Hi guys, this is Banu Prakash. Today, the topic of discussion is installing different DevOps tools in AWS. And today we are going to discuss Jenkins, Sonarqube, and Nexus. Let's see how we can install Sonarqube, Nexus, and Jenkins in AWS Ubuntu. In the previous session, we have discussed how we can install Apache Tomcat, Maven, JDK, those tools. And this is the procedure to install Sonarqube. So before that, since we are installing multiple tools in one single machine, we must launch a bigger instance so that it will be able to host all these things. So I'm going to AWS Management and Console. I'm going to EC2 and I'm going to launch bigger instance. T2 X large is the instance which I'm going to select. So click on the launch instance, and from the list I will select the Ubuntu and press enter, and you can select 18.04 or 16.04, it's up to you. And in the drop down I want a bigger instance. So if you see T2 X large, which is having 4 CPUs and 16 GB RAM, so I will select this thing and click on review and launch, and will come one step back like previous. Select the security group of Linux security group. As I already shown this thing, this is having all the traffic is allowed to the internet. This is a bit security concern, but during our learning process, it is fine. Click on launch and select the key pair. If you have key pair, select it. If you don't have, you can create one. So I have my own key pair and I have placed that key pair into download section. I will open Git Bash because I prefer to open Git Bash, and using the Git Bash one I will access AWS resources. Go to the download location where I have kept my EC2 key pair. Let's refresh. Yeah, the instance status is running. I want connected to that instance using this command. Copy the command and let's maximize this window and paste it. And I have connected to AWS Ubuntu instance. The first command we need to run is sudo. So because I'm running as sudo user, and then I will run apt-get update so that it will refresh all the remote repositories. Now it's refreshed. Let's see what are the other commands. You can see the first two commands are completed, and the third command is to download the Sonarqube. I'm downloading 7.3 version, but this Sonarqube is dependent on JDK, so that's why first I wanted to install JDK. For that, you already know command like apt-get install JDK default-jdk-y. It will install the JDK in couple of seconds. You can see JDK is installed, and I will check the version of Java. The version of Java is 1.8, so that is fine for me. Now I will download the Sonarqube from this particular URL. So you can copy the URL and paste it here. So wget is the tool in the Linux. It can download the packages from any kind of websites. Not only in this scenario, you can use wget. In any other scenario, if you wanted to download something. Let's see whether Sonarqube is downloaded. Yes, it is downloaded. And what is the other command? You need to install Unzip. By default, Unzip is not available in the Ubuntu. So let's install that. What is happening? Let me refresh it once. And then I will install Unzip. Yeah, it does not like -y in the end. Yeah, now Unzip is installed. So what is the next command? Unzipping the Sonarqube downloaded one. So let's do that. Yes, we can see Sonarqube is extracted. Now we need to change the permissions of Sonarqube. So using this command, I will change the permissions. So since we are running everything from root, it is actually owned by root. Now I have switched to Ubuntu user. Why I have switched to Ubuntu user means Sonarqube inbuilt it is having the Elasticsearch. If you start Sonarqube and Elasticsearch with root access, it will not start. That is having some problem. That is why we need to switch to the user called Ubuntu. So I will switch to the user called Ubuntu. So from that user, I will run the Sonarqube. So you need to navigate to this path. Yes. So in this path we have sonar.sh and wrapper. You can run sonar.sh and console. Before running, I wanted to show something. There are a couple of options: console, start, stop, restart, status, dump. All these commands you can use. You can run using this sonar.sh. So for my case, I will use Sonar console. Now it is running the Sonarqube. You can see the Elasticsearch is running on the 9001 port and Sonarqube is started. It is not displayed the started thing, but I will show you in the browser. Let's copy the public IP of this machine and open the browser with port number 9000, and then we will be able to see the Sonarqube which is launching. Let's see it here. Yeah, you can see the launch process is started, and in the browser also we can see Sonarqube is starting. You can see finally Sonarqube process is up and running. Sonarqube is up and running. So this is a command sonar.sh console I have run from this session. But if I close this session, the Sonarqube will go down. So that is why what I will do, I will stop this process by using Control C command. If you press Control plus C, this process will stop. Now I will rerun the same command with the comparison in the end. What this will do, it will run the same Sonarqube process in the background. So it will not stick to your console, so that once you run the Sonarqube, you can do your other task. Now it will run the Sonarqube, but it will run in the background, so that you can run your other commands in the same console. Yeah, see this process is now it is running in the background. I can run other commands in the same window. Let me refresh the Sonarqube window. I think Sonarqube is starting. This is how you can install Sonarqube in a AWS Ubuntu machine. So this is the command we use to run the Sonarqube. If you run Sonarqube with root access, it will not start. That is what I made a note here. And if you wanted to build this Maven-var project, you can clone it, go to the Maven-var folder, and you can run mvn sonar. So if you wanted to run sonar, prior to that you need to install Maven. We know how to install Maven, like apt-get install Maven is the command to install Maven. So you can use that command and install Maven. So let me show you. Just copy that command and paste it here. So yes. So since we are not root, we are running as a Ubuntu. That is why it is asking us to run it as a root. So let me switch back to the root user. Now I will run apt-get install maven-y. Yeah, this is the one. Now it will install Maven in my machine. So I have JDK and I have Maven, so that I can run the Maven build. The Maven installation is going on. It might take a couple of seconds. So the Maven installation is completed. You can edify Maven installation using mvn command. If it is showing Maven build failure, that means Maven installation is proper. So let me go back to the original folder of home Ubuntu. So in this location, now I will clone my Java project. This is the Java project I have, and I will clone it in this my location, so that I can run Maven Sonar scan. Now I will show you how we can do Maven Sonar scan. So this is the command to run the Sonar scan. If you run Maven Sonar, it will download the required dependencies from repo.apache.org, Maven.org, and then it will do the Sonarqube analysis, and then it will publish the Sonarqube analysis to the Sonarqube server which we have set up. Since we have the Sonarqube and Maven and Java project in the same server, we don't need to separately configure the Sonarqube. By default, it will pick up the HTTP localhost 9000 as the Sonarqube server. If your Sonarqube server is running on different port, then you need to configure it. I already shown you how you need to configure in my previous videos. Now let me refresh the Sonarqube page and I can see one project is analyzed. If I click that, it will show the Sonarqube scan analysis. You can even log into the Sonarqube by using the default credentials. Admin is the default credentials for Sonarqube. So you can skip this tutorial and you can see the scan results. So that's what I have done here. I moved to Sonar Maven-Sonar folder and did Maven MVN Sonar, and then I was able to generate the Java project Sonar scan. So this is how you can install the Sonar installation and then you can do the scan. Let's go to the next topic is Nexus installation. So if you wanted to install the Nexus, you can navigate to this website and you can download the respective Nexus. In my case, I'm going to download the Nexus OSS. So go to the git bash and come out of that folder, and if you see pwd, I'm in the home Ubuntu location. Now I will download in this location Nexus. If I see Nexus is downloaded, let's see what is the next command. I wanted to unzip the Nexus which is downloaded. So in this case, this is tar.gzip file. So I will use tar utility to extract. Now Nexus is extracted here. I will navigate to the respective folder like home Ubuntu Nexus and then bin location. From that location, I will start the Nexus /Nexus, and here also we have start console. Different options are there. If you wanted to see the options, you can simply press enter. There are option console, start, stop, restart, status. I will use, you can use start or console. I'm using console and I wanted to run it in the background. So I will put ampersand in the end. Now it is showing not recommended to run as root. So you can ignore for this Nexus, or you can switch to Ubuntu user and then run it. Run as user. Okay. So let's listen to its concern. Let's switch to normal user and Nexus console ampersand. So what is happening? Oh, I again press sudo Ubuntu. This is how I can switch to Ubuntu user and then I can start Nexus in this way. You can see the permission is denied because we have extracted Nexus using root permission. Now we need to change the permissions. So let's go back to directories and run the command called sudo chmod. Let's own it -R Ubuntu Ubuntu and Nexus -2.10. Yeah, there is a spelling mistake. I'll remove M. Now if you see the permissions, it will be completely owned by Ubuntu and Ubuntu. Now I will navigate to the respective location, and from here I will start the Nexus. Either you can use console or, and I will put ampersand. So you can see Nexus is starting, but Nexus work directory already in use. That is the error message we are getting because we already started Nexus using root. See, let's see and stop the previously running Nexus. So no other Nexus process is running, but it might be having some other cache thing. Let's go back and clear it. Dot slash. I will try one more time and then see. Yes, it is having some permissions, some issues. I will navigate to this location and I will remove whatever the pre-existing data. It is not allowing me, so I will switch to root. Yes, now I will go back and go to Nexus, go to bin, from bin dot slash Nexus console. It should work now, but still it's having some issues. Access denied. Why? Oh, again, this home Ubuntu Sonatype work Nexus is owned with root access. That is why we need to own it with Ubuntu. Let's do that again. So what we can do, you can copy this thing and chow icon capital R, paste it. So now type icon capital R, Ubuntu colon Ubuntu. Yeah, needs root permissions. Now it is having proper permissions. Nexus. So let's see this time it is running or not. I think it is running. I wanted to run it in the background. So what I can do, I can cancel the current operation and while starting whatever the command we have used, in the end we can put ampersand. I'm stopping the Nexus right now by pressing Ctrl and C. I'll clear the screen and in the command I will add ampersand so that Nexus will run in the background. Yes, Nexus is running in the background. Now I will go to the browser and the Nexus by default it will run on the 8081 and slash Nexus. Let's see Nexus is coming up or not. Yes, you can see Nexus repository manager is coming up. And the default credentials for Nexus is admin 123. Admin is the username, admin 123 is the password. So this is how you can install Nexus on Ubuntu. Nexus and Sonarqube doesn't like to be run in the root. That is why it has given some problems to us. So whenever you wanted to install, you can go to the sudo su, like that is a root user. But if you wanted to run the Sonarqube or Nexus, you can switch back to the normal user called Ubuntu and then you start Nexus or Sonarqube. Now let's see how we can install the Jenkins. So these are the procedures to install Jenkins. Let's copy the first command and go back to our screen. So if I see the present working directory is under Nexus bin, I will come out of these two directories and here I will run. It is showing no such file or directory. Let's validate. Copy. Finished. Some. There was a extra space, so I removed it, and then when I reran, it was okay. Now I will run the other command. Yes, and then I will update the repository. This is how you can update the repository, and then you can install the Jenkins. This is the command to install, and press Y for confirmation, and again Y for confirmation. You can see this is the command sudo apt-get install Jenkins, and it might take a couple of seconds for installing Jenkins. You can see Jenkins installation is completed, and you can see the Jenkins status like this: service Jenkins status. So Jenkins is active and running. So let's open the Jenkins in the browser. Copy the same public IP address from the EC2, and by default Jenkins will run on the 8080. So if you access that from the browser, it will ask you to unlock with the initial admin password. This is the initial admin password will only be available only once. So you need to go to the machine, use the cat command, and enter the path. In this path, you will have the password. Since this is this needs root permissions, you need to put sudo in the front. Then only it will show the password. Copy the password and enter in the admin password section and click on continue. Now it will ask two options: install suggested plugins or select plugins to install. You can click on the install suggested plugins. So it will pick whatever required plugins for the respective version. So the version of Jenkins which we are installing is Jenkins 2.235. Now it will install all the required dependency plugins, and it might take a couple of seconds. It took some time, but all the plugins are installed in the Jenkins. And let's create the initial admin user. So I'm going to create admin as a admin and admin@admin.com. So now the Jenkins is ready. You can see the Jenkins URL in the browser. So this is how you can install Sonarqube, Nexus, and Jenkins in AWS Ubuntu. Thank you.